Page 82. We've got mail.
Dear Side by Side, I'm confused about the correct tense to use with the word hope. It seems to me that the future tense should be used when someone expresses hope about the future. For example, I think a person should say, "I hope the weather will be nice tomorrow." But according to my teacher, the present tense should be used. I hope the weather is nice tomorrow. And I'm sure I've heard English speakers use the future tense after the word hope. Are these people making a grammar mistake? Sincerely, hoping for an answer.
Dear hoping for an answer. Yes, those people are making a very common grammar mistake. We understand why you think the future tense should be used to express hope about the future. It seems to make sense. Unfortunately, grammar rules in English don't always make sense. In this case, the rule is that the present tense should be used. We hope this answers your question. Sincerely, Side by Side.
Dear Side by Side, I have a question about the words were and was in conditional sentences. According to your book, the following sentences are correct. If he were stronger, he'd be able to lift weights. If I were bitten by a dog, I'd call the doctor. If she weren't in a bad mood, she wouldn't be shouting. But I think it's better to use the word was instead of were in these sentences. Plus, I hear people use was in sentences like these all the time. Can you explain this? Sincerely, confused about conditionals.
Dear confused about conditionals. Your question is wonderful because it shows the difference between grammatically correct English and the informal English people use every day. Were is the grammatically correct verb in these conditional sentences. However, it is indeed very common in informal speech for people to say was. If you were a student in our classroom, we would encourage you to use were. That's the correct form. And after all, you're studying the rules of the language. Sincerely, Side by Side. Page 82. Global Exchange.
Hi, it's Friday afternoon, and I just got home from school. I'm really looking forward to the weekend. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. If the weather is nice tomorrow, I might go bicycling with some friends. If the weather is bad, we might go bowling or see a movie. On Sunday, if my cousins from Toronto visit us, my family will probably make a big dinner at home. If they don't visit, we'll probably have a picnic in the park. What are your plans for the weekend?
Page 82. Listening. Tempo Airlines. Listen to the Tempo Airlines automated telephone system. Match the numbers and the menu instructions.
Thank you for calling Tempo Airlines, the airline that puts passengers first. This call may be monitored to ensure quality service. Please listen carefully to the following menu. If you are calling for information about today's flights, press 1. If you are calling to make a reservation for a flight in the United States or Canada, press 2. If you are calling to make a reservation for an international flight, press 3. If you are calling to make a reservation for a Tempo Airlines vacation package, press 4. If you are calling to enroll in the Tempo Airlines Frequent Flyer program, which gives you awards for all travel on Tempo Airlines, press 5. If you want to hear a list of rules for checking in at the airport, press 6. If you want to speak with a customer service representative, press 7. To hear this menu again, press 8. If you are not calling from a touch-tone phone, please stay on the line and a Tempo Airlines representative will be with you shortly. Thank you for choosing Tempo Airlines.